me what this, evolution of becoming a CFO has been like for you.
Well, coming out of industry, it is different because you go into the same business all day, every day, and it's the same issues. One of the things that's fun about Fractional is it continually changes. There is not a day that's the same. You're able to go in and help multiple companies reach their goals. It is very satisfying to come in, there's a problem, and you're able to help them find a solution. Whether the solution is us, and we're helping them, or if we know another provider that we bring in to help them. Whether perhaps their banking isn't where it needs to be, and we bring their bank in, have conversations, or it's insurance, risk management, different areas to help those businesses get to a better spot so they can function and focus on their goals, their business, and their people. I will tell you, in this market right now, it is very difficult to find talent. And people outside of the accounting field don't necessarily understand what is needed in accounting. Finance degrees, accounting degrees, they are not the same. And many times people are not aware of that. If nothing else, they can reach out, have a conversation. We can do discovery to understand the gaps they have and tell them what we could do, or if it is too big of a role for a fractional service, we could even help them hire someone to get the right talent. We are not a recruiting agency, but we can help you look at resumes and tell you these make sense, or look for these different things, or help you find the right person if we can't take care of that need.
Okay, what were some aha moments for you 4 months into this role that you hadn't thought about prior?
Frankly, one of them was business development, which that is an entirely different world than industry and accounting for 20 years. But actually what I came to realize, it's just getting to know people, finding out what their needs are. So it has actually become enjoyable to go out, talk to people, find out the gaps they have, what they need, and how we can help them get to the next level.
Yeah, I completely agree. I hadn't thought about how my extroverted side of being an accountant would feel so natural in this world, having been in industry, sitting on the other side of the table where you just kind of stay in an office all day and aren't as interactive with third parties. That's been one of the most rewarding things for me. Where do you see us headed in the next 2 to 3 years?
The next 2 to 3 years, I honestly think the practice is going to get bigger just because of the market. It seems as if fewer people are going into the accounting field, and frankly, simply on population numbers. A couple generations ago, that could have been 6 kids per family, and now they have 1 or 2. So the pool is getting tighter, so you have to maximize those resources at a higher level than you had to 20 years ago. I think we are going to hire more on the advisory side as we grow, because that seems to be even a bigger gap. But at the same time, we're going to need even the entry level to be able to keep things moving and flowing as well as it can. So I think we're going to have the full breadth of accounting, and all of it's going to grow based on just market demand.
Yeah, I think the infrastructure of support is really critical to our advisors, and sometimes we don't always value the backstop we have with the staff, senior level accountants that we carry, that they get to learn really quickly by working with us directly, so that it enhances their career growth and everything on an accelerated path.
And that is one thing that's fun here that you won't find normally in industry, because you'll get that guy that's come in as an intern, and then he moves into another role, and you can just see where he can go.
Yeah.
And in this firm, you know that if he's interested, they will take him as high as he wants to go.
Yeah, this was one of the most successful years in terms of promotions, I feel like, in the practice, because we promoted 3 people who had been with us since ducks in a row as bookkeepers, and they are now sitting all at high-level advisory. So it's one of the things I'm probably the most proud of out of what we've done in the last 2.5 years. You spent a lot of time in the nonprofit sector. Tell me, and we have a large nonprofit service clientele. So tell me what it is you think about nonprofit that fits so well with Fractional.
In nonprofit, a lot of times they do not have the resources to pay the top salaries. And sometimes they need the extra advisory to help them cover some of those gaps they have. And honestly, the nonprofit is there to service a certain segment. Whatever that segment is, whether it's children, workforce development, that's their primary. That's what they're taking care of. They don't want to sit around and think about basically what's 1 + 1 and what goes on my balance sheet and where is this. They want to be able to have their focus here and get the information they need to keep taking care of the people they're taking care of.
Are you happy that you joined Barnes Denig and the Fractional team?
Yes. And I have thought about that. So that is not a flippant answer. Because as you're in the market, you're looking for people that need our services. So those are open positions. But the people at Barnes Denig care about their clients. They want to take care of them. They want to do right by them. And it doesn't matter the department. Anybody that I have talked to, I have actually just last week reached out to someone on a tax question. And they didn't hesitate to make sure we have this, this, and this. We don't want them to overpay taxes. There was not a problem. It was immediate response. And you don't always get that in industry. People are pivoting to see what role they can get. And it is a large team here.
Yeah, it's a large, very successful team. I had a conversation with several tax team members on various clients, and it is nice to be able to, ask those questions and get, answers and collaborate as a team, which is, I think, how Barnes Denig operates to the heart of it.
And it's an expectation.
Yeah, 100% agree with that.
So, but it's not an expectation that I think anyone struggles with.
No, not based on the people, and I think that's the heart of who we are is the people, our communities, our clients, and our associates. And so, what is it to you? Name your ideal fractional account. Like, explain to the world what it is that you think you can add your highest value with.
My ideal one would honestly be one that's very messy, because if it's clean, it's boring, which is probably not what any business owner necessarily wants. But I like getting the new processes in there, getting them taken care of, getting them to the next level, making sure that they don't have the risk, simple things like, do you have positive pay? Do you have 2 people approving on your ACHs or wires so that money's not going out? How are you protecting on the fraud? And the other thing we can do is go in, and if they have staff internally, we can help teach them these different things and hopefully be able to get them promoted within their organization.
Yeah, a lot of times we find ways, right, to develop the staff internally, and the idea is that they are to replace us. And that's what's best for the organization, so we do that. I mean, there's been several cases where we've went in and got someone up to speed and where they needed to be able to perform at the level we were. And then we've taken a step back in those organizations. So if someone wanted to join the fractional practice, what would be your recommendations on how they can reach out and how they can think through it, right? Because it is a adjustment. You and I will both agree, from being in industry, sitting on the client side and coming here, it is a juggling, high-paced, got to pivot a lot world. What would be your kind of thoughts and recommendations for someone who wanted to go down the path of thinking about fractional?
If you're interested in fractional, make sure that you want a job where you pivot often. Because if you want a job where you're going to come in, pull out task A, do task A, then do task B, task C, and then you go home, and you know that you get to do the next one tomorrow, rarely are days like that. The people we work with all have individual businesses that all have individual moments where some sort of chaos hits, whether they have an employee that quit, or for a nonprofit, they have a grant that they're not sure they're going to get. And how are we going to take care of our people? How are we going to go to the next level? So first, I would tell them, make sure that you're willing and able to adapt. I would say make sure that you know how to schedule, because you're not going to have babysitters. So if you want to be someone where someone carries you through the job, now we will help, we will train, we will guide, but you'll need to be able to put things on your calendar that say, at 10 o'clock I have a meeting, at 11 o'clock I'm here, to make sure that you reach out to all the clients.
It's a juggling act. I think you have to be proactive, you have to plan, and the last thing is you can't procrastinate. When we have stuff to get done, we need to get it done, because you never know what's going to happen the next day. You don't know what client's going to call you. Not necessarily always with an emergency, because we work with our clients, to try and be less reactive and more proactive, and that happens over a period of time with working on us. But I think you definitely have to plan, and you cannot procrastinate. You have got to get the stuff done that you know is coming, because inevitably something is going to happen at a client that is going to take you away from what you may have had on the to-do list for today, and that's going to get shifted to tomorrow. It may not even be an emergency situation, right? It's just a client wants to call, they have thoughts, they have strategy plans, they want to talk something through, and you got to find time to make that work while not dropping anything else. So it's, to me, one of the biggest things we do is we juggle, we plan, and we ensure we understand what's going on, because it can be high paced, but it's energizing, right? Because, I think you and I both said sometimes we got a little bored with the narrative on the other side, and it was the same narrative all the time, the same group of people. You and I never have the same day, which I think is energizing to us.
And that is a good point. If your image of a fractional CFO is to come in and sit at a boardroom table and just spout off, this is what you should do, that's not this role.
No, that's not our practice. That's not who we are, to the heart of it.
It is a role where we should be partnering with the businesses and with our team. So you will be pulled in different directions, but it's fun, and when you're pulled, you can still pick up that phone, or honestly, it's probably a Teams message to the group that says, hey, I need help.
Yep.
We have a new business that didn't even understand how far off the mark they were. And I need, and resources honestly just kind of pile in.
Yeah, I think it is amazing that we do have the infrastructure of support. We have a number of advisors on one account sometimes, and the team, we just kind of send out that call for help, and everybody reacts really well with the team that we have in the fractional group. So, Jenny, thank you for letting me pick your brain and giving us the insights of how you feel about the fractional practice being 2 years in. If you have more thoughts or want to learn more about our fractional practice, please reach out to us at barnstenning.com. And again, we have an amazing group of people here, and that if you have heard nothing else, you have heard about how we are about people at Barnstenning.